Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live chat. Wow, everyone knows. Well, I will start by saying this is a live chat, so of course I will be going to find the live stream in a moment, and I will be talking to all of you and answering as many viewer questions and reading comments as I possibly can. But we all know in the world what is going on right now, and that has, at large in the UK, not really been affecting the royal family in terms of their engagements and the work that they do. That has now changed. So even though at the moment I still do not believe there's any official royal advice on shaking hands, we have seen royals at the Commonwealth Day service still shaking hands. Some of them have chosen not to. The Queen, for a couple of weeks now, has not been shaking hands, and she was seen on one audience wearing gloves. Charles has been seen doing a namaste, which is like this in terms of a greeting, and I believe that William and Catherine and some of the other royals have still been shaking hands. But today we have, actually, I should start by saying what day it is. It is Friday, March the 13th, 2020. And we have had some confirmations that Buckingham Palace has altered and changed the Queen's diary. Now, of course, the Queen is 93 years old. Even though she is amazing and sprightly and so youthful for her age, you can't get around the fact that she is still 93, and that does put her in that at-risk category. So I think it is very, very sensible for the palace to be stepping the Queen back in terms of her royal engagements for the foreseeable future. As well, Charles and Camilla have actually had their tour, their upcoming tour, cancelled, which I will talk about in a little bit. I will talk about it in more detail in a little while. So I'm going to go and find the chat room first of all. So I hope you've all had a really, really good few days. I have a hair in my eye. Let's see if we can pull that out. There we go, it's gone. Right. So I'm going to go and find the chat room now and put it on live chat so I can see everybody. I think notifications are going out. We have 132 people watching. Okay. My parents have actually had a bit of a sniffle. I've coughed a few. No, I've sneezed a few times. A lot of work done in the house, so lots of dust. But I feel fine. My mum and dad feel fine, even though they've had a bit of a cough. But no, there are also in the UK at this time of year anyway, lots of other things going around, lots of cold and flu things that are not the big thing that we're all worrying about. So sometimes it can probably be a little bit hard to tell what people have and haven't got. But I think the general rule is, is basically going by the temperature as well. If you have a temperature, a fever, all that kind of thing, then perhaps you may have it. But no, as far as I'm aware, I'm okay. I don't have anything yet. Let's put it that way. And I hope you are all okay as well, because I know this is now affecting the whole world. So wherever you are from, I am sure you've probably heard of someone who may have got it. H. London says President Trump is declaring a state of emergency in the US. There are new travel restrictions as well as events being cancelled. Yes, I had heard that President Trump had cancelled travel to and from Europe, excluding the UK. So people in the UK can still travel to the USA as of making this video. Who knows? Things might change in the future. Florida Island Girl says many engagements need to be cancelled. Yes, I do think it will go further. I think things will go further. Miriam says poor Elliot hair. Oh, what's wrong with my hair? What's wrong with my hair today? H. London says we all need to remain calm. This too shall pass in time. Right, before I read any more, I'm going to go to the actual royal news about this. So I will share a link. So obviously I will post this in the description. Can't get my words out today. I will post this in the description for if you are watching on catch up. So this is the official statement released by Buckingham Palace regarding the Queen. So, this is an announcement regarding changes to the Queen's Diary in the coming weeks, published the 13th of March 2020. As a sensible precaution and for practical reasons in the current circumstances, changes are being made to the Queen's Diary, commitments in the coming weeks. In consultation with the medical household and government, Her Majesty's forthcoming visits to Cheshire and Camden will be rescheduled. Audiences will continue as usual. Other events will be reviewed on an ongoing basis in line with the appropriate advice. So this is very much a precautionary measure. It's in line with whatever advice is going on from the government, from medical professionals, and on an individual basis. You know, some royals will be okay to do things, will feel comfortable and fine doing things. Other royals of, you know, the older generation will feel, I think, like taking precautions is the best step. And of course, nobody wants to see the Queen getting ill. That would be awful. That would be dreadful. You know, if after such a long life, such a long service, that, you know, it's something like this that finally, you know, finally did something to her. So yeah, I'm in full agreement with the palace. I think this is the best thing for the Queen to do. Also, we have Charles and Camilla, who have actually had to cancel their upcoming tour to Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus and Jordan. So a spokesperson for Charles and Camilla has said, owing to the unfolding situation with what's going on in the world right now, the British government has asked their Royal Highnesses to postpone their spring tour to Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus and Jordan. So they're postponing it, not completely cancelled, just kind of pushed back to a more better point in time, I think. The 8-day royal tour was due to get underway on Tuesday, and the schedule includes events in Bosnia to mark the 25th anniversary of the Srebrenica massacre. The couple were also due to attend several events with the King and Queen of Jordan. So obviously, again, another sensible precaution. Charles and Camilla are both in their 70s. And we all know that kind of ages have kind of changed. You know, 50, you know, 60 is the new 50 and all that. Things have kind of jumped by about 10 years. But they are still in, you know, the more at-risk age brackets. So again, I think it's very sensible. And also, you don't want to be going somewhere on tour and then have literally everything shut down around you. So it wouldn't really make for a very good tour, I don't think. So again, I think that is a really, really sensible thing to do. Alice says, I adore your reporting on the royal family. The flower basket pin is marvellous. This is the Queen's flower basket brooch, as you can see. And it is magnificent and splendid. And I'm wearing the Duchess Augusta tiara. Yeah, I agree. The Queen taking precautions is a very, very sensible step. Mrs. Pilling says, I have been expecting this. Perhaps the palace should have made this decision sooner, especially for Her Majesty Queen and Charles and Camilla. I think things have been going a little slow here in the UK. I've been to the shops today. People are buying things to stock up. Toilet paper on the shelves is in short supply. I managed to get 3 packs. You know, they were restocking bleach as I was getting there. Paracetamols and other cold and flu medication is in short supply on the shelves. People are buying a lot of things just in case they have to stay at home for a week or a couple of weeks. So that is going on here in the UK now. Y. Gordon says, hello from Jamaica. Hello to you. We have 9 cases here. School closed for 14 days starting today. Again, in the UK, schools are currently open, and there hasn't been a ban on mass gatherings. I think that will come, and I think schools will probably, because we have our Easter holidays soon. So what people are thinking is perhaps they might close schools earlier, to give almost a month off, which I think would be a sensible precaution as well. Mercury Angel says, guess Beatrice's wedding is still on since it's in May. Yes, I've not heard anything different about that. maybe think, I mean, we have to almost take this on a week by week basis because we don't know what's going to happen. That's what makes this so different, I suppose. In fact, Pri says, my grandson goes to San Diego State and they are all sending students home. They will be doing classes online. Yes, in schools in the UK, I do believe something similar is being set up where teachers can work remotely to set work, mark work, all that kind of thing. Kelly says, schools are closed here and all gatherings with over 250 people are banned in Massachusetts. Again, I think that is a very sensible precaution, and I think the UK will be following something similar very, very soon. I'm hoping. Carmen says, it amazes me that the answer to not spreading disease is washing hands or avoiding hand touching, as if the people of the world never did this prior to this. Again, it is going back to old-fashioned methods. Washing your hands, but washing your hands properly. All the kind of wash it properly. Spend. I think one of the things is sing "God Save the Queen." Is it 1 or 2 repetitions of "God Save the Queen" is the right amount of time to wash your hands, and don't forget to do your elbows as well. So make sure you do there. I actually did a hand washing class. And it's amazing how many people don't know how to wash their hands correctly. So just as a quick example, just in case you don't, I mean, I'm probably telling, grandmas to suck eggs, but, you get some soap, proper soap, hand wash, antibacterial wash, whatever, and you start by rubbing all the way over your hands. And then you start by rubbing in all the cracks and crevices. So you go like that. Do it on the other hand. Make sure you go in between your fingers. Spend time going under your fingernails. To get under your fingernails, put some soap here. Rub like that. Scrape like that. And then also, as I said, make sure you go up into your, as high as you want, into your, onto your arm. Make sure you do that. And then spend a good 20 seconds rinsing it all off. It is the best way. Also, don't touch your face. Don't be touching your face. Unless you've literally just washed your hands. Try if you can to not be in close proximity to people when you're out and about. Be sensible where you go. Don't go somewhere if you don't have to. Don't completely isolate, but if you don't have to go somewhere, then it's probably a good idea not to. So yeah. In fact, actually, I did do a video once on hand washing because I had some Buckingham Palace soap. So type in Royal Reviewer Royal Reviewer soap, and it might come up. And I actually show you how to wash your hands. Anyway, I'm sure you probably all know how to wash your hands. Yes, friction is the key. Friction is the key. Yeah. So I'm going to move on because obviously it is what it is. Just try and stay safe wherever you are in the world. Just try and stay safe, basically. I am going to post another link because the Queen this is actually from March the 12th. So because I haven't done videos in a few days, I want to catch up on this. So I'm going to copy and post a link to a tweet from the royal family official Twitter. So there you go. Again, I will share that in the description if you're watching on catch up. Now, this is the dress. I'll read the tweet first. It says, the Queen receives the Order of St. John's first ever service medal in gold during an audience with Lord Prior Professor Mark Compton. Her Majesty is sovereign head of the Order of St. John, which is most well known for its role in the St. John's ambulance. Now, you can see the gorgeous medal, which if you click on that photo, there's a series of 3 photographs. But I want to comment on the Queen's dress. Now, this is most definitely an Angela Kelly creation. I don't even have to be told that. It has all the hallmarks of Angela Kelly. I do not believe that is Stuart Parvin. It's an Angela Kelly day dress, and wow, it's stunning. It's in like 4 big panels. It's almost like 2 dresses in one, a purple dress and a red dress, kind of cut. It's a very, very different kind of cut and style for the Queen. The Queen does like to be adventurous. Angela Kelly does as well as her dressmaker and curator of all of her jewellery. She does take the Queen out of her comfort zone. It looks incredible. It's an incredible, very interesting look. I like it. I do like to see the Queen experimenting with fashion, and that is really, really good. I'm sorry I couldn't create or replicate something similar today, but the Queen looks amazing. She looks healthy. She looks happy, which again I think is the key. I'm going to move on. Oh, and you can also see in the photograph she's got her 2 bars on. She's got her 2 bars on the fire. She's got that massive fireplace. And what does she do? She has a little 2-bar fire. I mean, that is just, indicative of the Queen spirit. Why light a big, costly, expensive fire when I can just have a 2-bar electric heater? I mean, probably most senior citizens of her age across Britain are probably huddled in their living room by a 2-bar fire. And the Queen is no exception. She's got her 2-bar fire on. Also, I'm trying to look in the background what the pictures are on the side tables. I think, is it Edward and Sophie? Who's in the red dress? I can't. Or is it No, I can't tell who's in the red dress. But yeah, and William and Catherine as well. I can see on the side table. Is that Edward and Sophie? Oh, I can't tell whose dress it is in the red. I can't remember. I've forgotten a frock. My goodness. But no, the Queen, healthy, happy, looking gorgeous. If you look at the next photograph, you can see the Queen's dress head on. It's almost like that kind of harlequin print, but in purple and red. Looks stunning. Let me know what you think of that outfit. I imagine it'll be a kind of a Marmite outfit. You'll either love it or you'll dislike it. I don't know. But I like it. I think it's really, really good. Also, the medal looks really amazing as well. So yeah, just a really good audience, I think. And let me go and see what people are saying. So, lots of people talking about their treatments. They're already starting. Jeff, I already posted the link, but there it is again, if you want it. Melody says, I love the fashion updates. You should do another channel just for the fashion. Oh my god, I can't do 4 channels. My goodness, I've got enough. I've got enough with this channel and Steps of Sussex and my British Life channel as well, my vlog channel. So yeah, I've got enough on my plate without an extra channel as well. But if you want to hear me talk more about what I think about the fashions of the royal family, I mean, it's never really been my thing to kind of really comment on the fashion of the royals. If I like something in particular, if somebody wears something particularly stunning or that catches my eye, I do normally make a little comment. I don't normally go into too much detail on the fashion in terms of prices and all that kind of thing. But if you do want me to comment a little bit deeper on fashion, if you want to see, I don't know, just me talking about what the royal family are wearing in general, then let me know, and maybe that's something that I could do. I'm ready for a little bit of fun in a world where we have everything going on with what's going on, and also with everything that's been going on in the royal world as well. I know a lot of people are very fed up of all the heavy, serious stuff. A lot of people are tired of all the gossipy type stuff and all that kind of thing, and I think I'm feeling a bit like that as well. So if you want to see something a little bit more light-hearted, I know, fashion is often considered to be a bit frivolous, but if you want me to talk about, I'm ready to just to talk about something that's not serious. I'm ready to talk about the Queen's dress. I really am. So if you want to see more of that, let me know, and I can do more of that. Cool Who's Here says, love your brooch, thank you. It is a replica of the Queen's flower basket. Miriam says, yes, fashion, because I'm just a little shallow. It don't have to be shallow. Laura says, I think that the royal family's clothing are so beautiful. Well, when you've got access to have all that beautiful clothing. I mean, I think I said yesterday in my patrons only chat, I'm sure I said it. I looked, remember when we saw Catherine in that vampire's, I think it's called the Vampire's Wife dress. It's a clothing line called the Vampire's Wife. I found them on Instagram. I would probably wear that stuff as well. It's expensive. It's Am I back? Am I back? I'm back. But yeah, I really like the Vampire's Wife clothes. I think they are stunning. They're almost like art pieces in themselves. Cindy says it has for me. I used to get sick every time I flew. Oh no. Dawn says, thanks so much for keeping us updated. The Queen's pink and red panel dress looked great. Well, purple, I think it was purple. But yeah. Right, I think I'm gonna go now because my parents are actually cooking tea for me tonight. We are having a Chinese tonight, a homemade Chinese. So, I'm gonna bid you all farewell and we're gonna leave on that beautiful note of the Queen's dress because I think that is rather lovely. So, let's go. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media and also do hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So, from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all and goodbye.